please, as viewers, go back and watch the first goal of Game 6 and Mitch Marner's absolutely disgusting between the legs.
I think that's one of the greatest goals I've ever seen in my life.
No, I don't understand
And
how
I've seen
he made
McDavid
that
play
space.
his whole career. And I
Like,
think that's one of the most disgusting goals I've ever
it's
seen in my life.
it's absolutely nasty how he did that with the defender on him and Dostal in the middle of the net.
Yeah. Welcome back to another Brothers in the Box episode. I'm Ilias here with Ishan, and today we have a pretty exciting episode. Maybe not exciting as last week, kicking it off with two guests from out of town. Thank you, Eric and Zach, for joining us once again. It was a pretty packed week, Ishan. How was your week?
Honestly, I know I've talked about this the last couple episodes. I was in exam season, but now I'm done.
You're finally done.
I'm finally done.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Thank you. No, I feel like it's a little bit of a big milestone. Fully being done high school.
Absolutely.
I never have to go back to that school ever again.
Well, actually, you do, because you forgot to.
Yeah, I
give
forgot to
back
return a
your,
book.
book.
But if I'm being honest, like I never have to go back
No,
first
but you do.
classes or anything like that.
No, but you do.
Okay. Alright. But no, it's definitely an interesting feeling.
Interesting in the sense how? Like, is
I
it
feel like
interesting, or
it's
is it?
good and bad. Like obviously it's gonna be interesting. Like it's gonna be a little bit scary moving
Mhm,
on from
mhm.
the typical high school routine of just
For
going to
sure.
school every day. But I'm excited. I'm excited for university and what that has to come. But yeah, I
I'm
think
excited for you.
I
I
appreciate
can't
that.
wait. I can't wait for you to experience all the things that you're gonna experience, and
Yeah.
I know you're gonna have a good time.
Thank you.
And we're gonna continue doing this podcast.
Absolutely we are.
100%. So,
Big news around the league.
I mean, maybe not big news, but
3 series done
3 series done. Yeah.
out of
So
4.
fair. So fair.
Yeah, I mean let's just recap the series so far.
Yeah, let's just kick it off
I
with
mean,
the first series that ended, Flyers Canes,
Flyers Canes
and
sweep by the Canes.
and kind of talked about it at the end of last episode,
Yeah,
because that's when the series ended. Isn't that crazy?
that's insane. No,
When did we
they've
film? Saturday
they've
last week,
had
and
they've
now
had
it's Saturday this week,
and the round is still going on.
and they still haven't started. So they've had over 7 days of breaks, probably around
Is that good or
10
bad?
10 or 11 days when they start playing the winner of
'Cause
Montreal Buffalo, which we'll get into later.
But on a bunch of rest for this team. Let's dive into who is the most impactful player on this team.
I think it has to be, and Zach did a great job of outlining who the most impactful player is by mentioning our player of the week last week in Jackson Blake.
Yeah, I mean,
And just absolutely stellar. I think from round 1 and round 2, we saw how much and how impactful the second line is for Carolina.
it really is.
And how much Taylor Hall, Jackson Blake, and Logan Stankoven have elevated their game.
And just the team,
And just the team in general, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Into making it so that their line takes charge.
Like, even
and
as a second line.
And set the tone for how the game goes for the rest of the team.
Like you have to understand, like these players like Taylor Hall. He's a little bit old. He's a little bit of a veteran. Like,
he was drafted in 2011?
something like that.
First
but, like,
overall by the Oilers.
Like, you look at Jackson Blake, who's a younger guy. You look at Logan Stankoven, who's also a younger guy. Like,
No.
these players aren't like immediate superstars that you go to on a team. Like, you look at Carolina, you think of Ehlers, you think of Seth Jarvis, you think of Sebastian.
Nobody thinks of Ehlers except for you.
All right.
You think of Aho.
You think of Aho.
You think
of
of
Gothisbeer. You think of
Gothisbeer.
maybe,
you think
you think of Slavin. You think of
Slavin.
all those high value players on that team
who are getting paid.
Yeah, absolutely. But
you don't think of those guys who are on
the
rookie
second line.
contracts
The
or
second line.
lower tier
Yeah,
contracts.
exactly.
But I feel like in the playoffs, and I've said this multiple times, but those are the guys who are gonna step up, and like the Alex Newhooks of the world,
Exactly.
like the Jeff
Absolutely.
Viel's of the world.
Oh,
Those are the guys. No, but like,
no.
let's be so for real right now.
Yeah.
those are the guys who are gonna
Mhm.
step up, and when it matters, and when you're in the dirt and when you're at war, those are the guys who are gonna peek their heads out of the bunker and they're gonna fire
They are. They are.
because they
And
they know that it's not just their job on the line, but they really, at the core of their heart, they care.
I mean, you look at like March Madness for an example. Like those younger guys, they wanted so much
They
more.
want it so much
Like
more.
the grit and everything that they want in their well being, no matter what they have to sacrifice, they'll do anything for that
Okay,
chip.
so my sidetrack, a little sidetrack for you.
Mhm.
Do you think McDavid still has that fire?
I think he does, but this year it just wasn't enough because of the fact that
Do you
he
think
knew.
Draisaitl still has that
I
fire?
don't think so.
And I don't think that's crazy to say.
I don't think I think McDavid does, but
Yeah.
I don't think Draisaitl does. Because at least not from what I saw this year. Because you look at you okay, you have to understand McDavid played the whole season.
Mhm.
He played the Olympics. He played the whole season. Draisaitl had a break because he was injured. And like obviously a break because you're injured, like you have a valid reason to be injured. He was out
Mhm.
for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
But you had a break. You had more of a break than McDavid did, and
You think he
he
just
did.
lost that fire?
I just don't like. I knew we weren't gonna win this season after probably game 3 of that series.
But might I remind you, you still put the Oilers winning the playoffs in your bracket.
I did. No, but not after game 3, after game 1. But I just think like Draisaitl didn't have the motivation. McDavid, I feel like he still does, and I think they'll always be there. But something needs to reignite this team, and I feel like something has started to happen in this team. That
And
started
and
to
and
has that.
and
We'll
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 get
get
into
to
that.
that.
We'll get into that later
Okay,
in the
but
episode.
the least impactful, Ishan, tell me, who was the least impactful for this Flyers
Least
Kane
impactful player.
series?
We call this the ghost award for a reason. It was Mike Riley.
I'm sure most of you don't even know who this is.
Probably
And
not.
there's a reason you don't know who it is, because he was a ghost this
He
series.
he's a third line defenseman. A lot of players that did well on that team, but we need to give someone the ghost award,
Yeah,
and this is who we're giving it
I
to.
mean, you don't get to take home a sweep because your whole team doesn't buy in, but there
Yeah,
is somebody who may be a little bit of a passenger, and I think that was Mike Riley this series.
yeah,
But Ishan, give me the most impactful player on the losing team.
yeah. Most impactful player. We've said this name before. We've said this name multiple times.
Yeah,
And it's a surprise every single time I
it
say it.
is.
But Dan Vladar, he put his heart and soul out there, and I wish he was on the Oilers. But
I know he went 0 for 4
I
in
know
this
he did.
series.
But he's also going up against a very difficult team.
To be honest, he gave Philly a very real shot
There
in
was
winning 4 of those games, maybe, definitely 2.
we talked about how impactful he was in that Pittsburgh series, and he's basically the reason that they won.
Is he
Um,
turning into one of those guys? Because I know
like a
he
Bobrovsky type vibe.
yeah, because he went to the playoffs with Calgary, but he didn't play because Markstrom was in that.
Yeah.
And in that Dallas series they won, Johnny Gaudreau scored the game-winning goal. My question is Dan Vladar one of those playoff guys that just, like, elevates similar to like Sergei Bobrovsky? I don't
Yeah.
want Dan Vladar in the Oilers organization.
No,
I don't wanna touch him. I don't even wanna sniff him.
No, I understand, but like I feel like there's a lot of guys that you look at and you think immediately playoff performers. You look at like someone like Alex Newhook. I did not think that this man would put on the performance that he has as a recent
Oh, absolutely.
for the Montreal Canadiens. But like there's some players that just elevate their game in the playoffs and somehow find a way to perform at a level that they haven't been performing at in the regular season.
100%.
And he very well could be one of those players.
You think?
But give me who's the least impactful player on that losing team?
Yeah, so the least impactful player is unfortunately gonna be Matvei Michkov again.
Yeah, like he just didn't step
Again,
up.
he was the Ghost Award last series,
Hmm.
and now he's I don't know what you wanna call this award. Maybe, like, the Disappointment Award?
Yeah.
I feel like an
Not
ad,
enough
but yeah,
award?
not enough award. But yeah, he just hasn't done enough to show me that he's that guy.
He
And
hasn't.
I think that the Flyers organization has to be a little patient with him. It is only his second season, but at the end of the day, I'm disappointed that he didn't have the impact that maybe I would have wanted him to have.
No, I
Because I
completely
think
agree.
he is a very good star player. He has a lot of skill. He's shown a lot of promise in the 2 seasons that he's played.
No, for sure.
And maybe it's the type of game they're playing under Rick Tocchet.
Yeah.
And maybe that doesn't really fit his play style, but something needs to change for him in order for him to excel, especially moving forward with the Flyers, and if not with another team, say he gets moved in the offseason.
Yeah.
But we will keep an eye on him. I don't think he'll get
I
moved.
don't
I
think he'll
think that
get I think
the
they'll try and
Flyers will be patient with him to an extent, maybe a couple years.
yeah, because he does have a lot of value in a young player like that, and he's shown his ability to score goals, he's shown his
Yes.
ability to play make. There's a
He
lot
was a
of
Calder
value.
finalist for a
Yeah,
reason.
there's a lot of value there. Something needs to be unlocked, and it could be like a little bit of a Bedard type thing where like he doesn't unlock his full potential till like 2, 3 seasons in.
Yeah, I don't think Bernard has even gotten to his full
Yeah.
potential.
So we'll see what happens there, but I'm sure he'll keep growing.
Okay, Sean, let's move on to Colorado v. Minnesota.
Yeah, excellent series.
This was very surprising. I honestly thought this would go 6 or 7 games, and
Only win 5.
it was done in 5.
N-
And I think this speaks to how disruptive and how impactful Colorado has been
yeah,
this playoffs.
I mean,
And just honestly, how surgical.
yeah, I mean, Colorado's led by one man and has been led by one man in multiple times. Didn't lead the Canadian team to the
The
gold
promised
medal,
land, yeah.
but Nathan MacKinnon.
Yeah, he's gonna bring
Wow,
he
have you done your job as a Colorado Avalanche and leading
yeah.
this team to the Western Conference Final?
He
He's
wants
been
another one. I
amazing.
feel like, okay, argue me this or not, but the fact that he didn't get his gold medal, I think, has ignited a flame in him
Yeah, I've seen
to get the cup.
multiple clips of him. Like you understand that like a lot of people like even especially him, the amount of guilt you probably feel on missing that empty net is
Yeah,
insane. And
and I
he
blame you.
no, I absolutely
I
he's basically the reason that we lost that gold medal.
no, no,
If
no,
it,
no, he's not basically the reason. He is the reason. He's the reason we don't have a gold medal and we have silver instead.
yeah, no, but it's definitely ignited something in him, and he's definitely been playing
He's on a mission.
out of his mind.
Out of his mind. Yeah, he played an excellent series. He led the team by example, elevated from the first series that he played against the Kings. He wasn't really
I
that
mean,
active. He got a
it doesn't
couple
need to be it doesn't need to be against the Kings
no,
either.
he got a couple empty nets against the Kings, but this series he definitely took charge, and made up for a least impactful player, Mackenzie Blackwood, because he was absolutely atrocious.
He played one game and just was absolutely horrible.
Yeah, they pulled him after they brought him in for game 4 or 5?
I think game 5
Game 5, right?
because
After
Wedgwood won
Wedgwood
3
lost
straight.
3 straight
Lost.
and then lost game 4
Yeah.
pretty convincingly, and then they were
Mhm.
like, "Oh, let's bring in Mackenzie Blackwood." Big mistake, he led in the first 3 shots, 4 shots.
But he stayed the rest of the game and he finished out the game.
Who?
Mackenzie Blackwood.
No, he didn't.
He didn't.
They
He got
pulled him.
pulled. Oh, okay.
They pulled him and they put Wedgwood in, and Wedgwood ended up finishing the game, clinching the series with shout out Brett Kulak for finishing the series because Oilers legend. But I wish you were still here. No, yeah, Mackenzie Blackwood was really disappointing. I think if they go to Blackwood again, it's an atrocious mistake.
I feel like you always got to go back to Wedgwood
You
here.
got to ride Wedgwood this season.
Hmm.
And that's crazy
You think about riding the backup. I mean,
compared to last season, but I think it's more of an 1A, 1B situation
mhm.
with them.
No,
And
definitely.
Wedgwood has definitely played more games this season, considering
Blackwood's
Blackwood's
injuries.
injury
Yeah.
at the beginning of the year, and then his shakiness throughout the season. So
Yeah.
definitely stick with Wedgwood. But our most impactful player on the losing team was Quinn Hughes.
Moving on from Vancouver, coming over to Minnesota, I feel like he's not only like stepped up his game, but he's just fully conformed into the team that he's playing with.
And
Like
he's
you,
playing that style of
yeah,
game that Minnesota
like
likes to play.
you think about like honestly, I didn't expect because like Minnesota is a very like star heavy team. Like
Mhm.
they have Matt Boldy, they have Kaprizov, they have Eriksson Ek. They have a bunch of
I can't
players.
believe you just put Boldy and
No,
Kaprizov with Eriksson.
no, Eriksson Ek is a great center.
Yeah, but he's not at that level.
No. I understand, but he's a great face-off taker. He's a great first-line center. But like you look at those players, and you think obviously like looking on like the power play, looking on like those first and second lines. There's a lot of puck hogging s going on in
Mhm.
those teams. Quinn Hughes is one of those guys who will hog the puck for
He
as
will.
long as possible and get it to the right guy to score.
But is that because he's played in a system where he's had to? Or is it because of the fact that
I feel like he
he's
just
that
has
type
that
of player?
he has that confidence in himself, and he's brought that
Okay.
over to Minnesota, like,
Okay.
and that's why players like Kaprizov have maybe slowed down a little bit, but have still kept that goal scoring pace.
Kaprizov was a little disappointing in this series.
Yeah, I mean he had a couple goals here and there, but for a player that's gonna be getting paid what 17 million next year,
17 mil.
like that's insane. But no, Quinn Hughes did his job. He did his job as uh, probably one of the best offensive defensemen in the league.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, nothing more to say there.
And then our least impactful player was Jared Spurgeon. Just not enough. 0 goals, 0 points, 19 minutes, time on ice, average time on ice. Just, I didn't see enough impact from him.
No, I agree. I think like
And he's their captain, am I right?
he is. I feel like as a captain, like there's some captains that lead by example. There's some captains that lead in the locker room, and obviously we can't see everything that's happening in the locker
Hmm.
room. I'm sure he did his part in the locker room,
But just on
but
the ice, it
on the
just
ice,
wasn't
it
enough.
wasn't enough. And maybe a little bit of a reason of why they lost, but who knows?
It was, I think Colorado was just better than them.
Colorado's a dominant team, and they're gonna be scary going into the
And
final.
fortunately, Colorado is going to actually, fortunately or unfortunately, depends on how you see it. Colorado is going to rinse the next team in 4 or 5. But our final series that is done is the Ducks Vegas series. And unfortunately, the Vegas Golden Knights have advanced in 5 games.
Let me fact check that.
I think it was 5 games.
No, it might have been 6.
Was it 6?
It was 6.
It was
6. It
okay.
was 6.
Okay, well, we want to shout out Eric.
Someone that was on last week. Sorry. What did he say? He said
Said
games 5 to 7.
no 4 oh 5 to 7, yes.
5 to 7.
Mitch Marner
Where's
would
Mitch Marner? Mitch Marner was the reason they won this series,
he was. Absolutely.
and especially in Game 6.
1,000,000%. If they didn't have Mitch Marner, it's a very different series.
If you please, as viewers, go back and watch the first goal of Game 6, and Mitch Marner's absolutely disgusting between the legs.
I think that's one of the greatest goals I've ever seen in my life.
No, I don't understand
And
how
I've seen
he made
McDavid
that
play
space.
his whole career. And I
Like,
think that's one of the most disgusting goals I've ever
it's
seen in my life.
it's absolutely nasty how he did that with the defender on him and Dostal in the middle of the net.
Yeah.
But yeah, Eric, you talked a big game about him playing the Ducks and Utah. We'll see how he plays against the Avs.
I think I have
So
a very good feeling that Vegas will get rinsed by the Avs. But still, Mitch Marner has had a very classy playoffs, has reached the
it's not.
conference final stage for the first time in his career. Could never do it with the Leafs, but did it for the first time in his first season with the Golden Knights.
I hope he does. I hope he does put up a good fight against the
I
Avs.
do agree because 7 games would be nice.
That would be.
Yeah.
But
All
our
right.
least impactful player, you wanna
Yeah, we're
shoot him
gonna
out.
hit you with Keegan Colasar. Less hit production than he had in round 1. His numbers went down. Wasn't too crazy. I know his minutes went down a little bit, but just not what we wanted to see from a guy of his caliber,
No, for
especially in
sure.
terms of physicality and giving Anaheim a little bit of more of a little bit of a rough going.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
you think of Keegan Colasar like a gritty guy, he's like a Colton Dock, if you will, for the Oilers, where
Maybe a little more experience,
maybe no, definitely more experienced.
but yeah, similar
He's a
vibe.
hitting guy. He'll get in the boards if you need to, and try and dish out the puck. Sometimes take a fight every now and then,
Absolutely.
but yeah, I just don't think it was where we needed him to be, and that's why he's our least impactful player.
Yeah. But our most impactful player on the losing team was one of the Calder candidates, Bennett Seneke. Went on an absolute tear
He did, he
in
did.
in the Vegas series. He was kind of cold in the Edmonton series. Didn't really have anything going for him, and then exploded in the last 4 games.
Yeah, I think he had a goal every single game except for the last game.
So, a very impactful series. He was really good on the power play, showed why he was a Calder finalist, and I think this kid has a very bright future in the league,
No, definitely.
especially on this Ducks team that's growing up, learning a little bit more about their identity, learning with Quenneville a little bit more, and just kind of forming into the team that they're gonna be.
Yeah, no, for sure. Our least impactful player of the losing team. It's kind of like a double player here. We have Leo Carlson and Dosalin. Obviously, having Leo Carlson there is a little bit of maybe a shock to some of the viewers, but looking back on the Edmonton series, he didn't do what he did in that series and what he did against
Yeah,
Vegas.
I think that Vegas and Tortorella
Hmm.
did a good job of making sure that they made the people around Carlson work, and they really silenced Carlson
Yeah.
and made sure that there's always pressure on him, and he was getting hit, and there's always somebody shadowing him.
And when he did get those opportunities to try and, score, he just didn't capitalize on
He
them, and
didn't, yeah.
it's something that, probably huge props to Carter Hart, but also, like, you gotta finish when you get those opportunities, and he wasn't able to do that in this series.
Yeah. And then our second partner, Dostal, I think again, disappointing series. We had him on the least impactful player from last series with the Oilers, but just if you look at his numbers from when he played with, I think, Czechia to when he played with the Ducks in a similar situation where, you have do or die games,
Everything's on the line.
he played much better for his country.
Yeah, I mean, obviously,
And
like,
maybe
there's
there's something psychologically for him.
no, but also there's, like, a little bit of the aspect of, like, for those games, there was only 1 game, and for this, it's like, going to 5, 6 games, like, for both series, but getting pulled is never
Never
good
good luck,
enough,
yeah.
like, as a starting goaltender on a team where you're going to the Olympics for your country,
Mm.
and then you're coming back and going to the playoffs for your team as a starting goaltender. You can't be putting in Ville Husso to bail you out, and that's a very big part of why they lost this series.
Yeah, and, as unfortunate as it is because I really like those styles of
I
goaltender.
do as well.
He's very sound positionally, but and maybe it's something he's gotta work on psychologically, getting into the right mindset for hopping into a long series, but I guess we'll see next season
No, for sure.
because now they're not in.
They're not in the
So, currently, for, Ishan and I's little friendly wager,
I
is
told you Vegas would win.
whoever wins this game 7 only has the real shot because currently Ishan has Buffalo and I have Montreal, and today we learned that Buffalo will push to a game 7. Best 2 words in sports.
Yeah, I mean, like, was it
Buffalo
8-3? Like, a big I mean, what, 2 empty
2
netters?
empty nets
Well,
or
okay,
3 empty nets, I think.
we'll we'll fact check that. But, a big game from them. I think they obviously needed to close it out.
It was kind of the exact opposite of game 5.
Yeah. Uh 2 empty nets, 2 empty
Two
nets. It
empty
was
net.
it was 6-3, and then they pulled with 7 minutes left at, 5:48. Tage Thompson gets the empty netter, and then but this was actually, a clean goal. It wasn't an empty netter. They put in,
Dobesh.
Jacob Fowler.
I think you go back to Dobesh for Game 7.
I agree. I think, he's proven himself to be a valuable player in those
I
game
think it's gonna
7s.
be Dobesh versus Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen.
Okay. I would agree with you because of, how he played
Lions'
today.
performance went 0 for 3 today. And I'm not speaking with bias here, but I just don't think that Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen will be able to do enough
I think
to fend off. And Buffalo has been very poor at home this playoffs. And so when I say that I think they're gonna lose, yes, there's a little bit of bias coming in from the fact that I want a numero 75 jersey Kerbidak, but
I
also from the fact that I've seen what's happened when they've played away and what they've played at home, and I think that for Montreal, they face more pressure when they play at home.
they definitely do because if
That's and that's what's led them to conceding the first goal in what today was like 37 seconds, something like
yeah,
that, something crazy like that.
I think Buffalo obviously has had that ability where they've played a little bit better away. They have less of a stress going into those games, less like pressure on them from the home fans. They haven't been to the playoffs in what?
17 years.
Yeah, like you have to understand, like all those fans in that game 7 are gonna want them to win, and there's a lot of pressure on them, and that may lead them to losing. I trust players like Rasmus Dahlin who performed today. I trust players like Tage Thompson. I trust a player like Alex Tuck who didn't perform today
You know what I
and has
trust?
0 points
I trust a
to
player like Alex Newhook
to
to
perform
to
in game
bank it
7.
off to bank it off Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen's back right
Well,
into the net.
it's definitely gonna be a good game. I can guarantee you that.
If we're being completely honest, whoever goes and
It doesn't
advances is gonna
matter.
get bounced in 4 or
Yeah,
5 by Carolina, but
because of how much rest they've had. I think it'll definitely be a good game, and I'm excited to watch.
I'm very excited. The game takes place when? I
Uh,
believe Monday night, right?
Monday night. I feel like that makes the most sense.
Monday night at 4:30.
Monday night at 4:30.
So, we will definitely be tuning in, and we will recap that next game on the next episode. But some news around the league, Ishan. Tell me.
So, a big coach who has left Vegas. Report came in. Bruce Cassidy is out. His 3 locations are the Oilers, Leafs, and Kings. Those are the main teams looking for a coach right now.
Yeah,
And
because
his
Berube got fired,
yes,
Knoblauch got fired.
hmm
I don't know if the King. I don't even know who the Kings
I don't
coach
even know,
is.
but he's definitely not good enough.
I don't think he's good enough.
Um,
I have been hearing lots of talk about Jay Woodcroft going to the Kings.
which would make sense because Ken Holland is there.
Some familiar management. I think Jay Woodcroft going there makes sense. I love it because they don't take Bruce Cassidy.
Also, their team is going to be horrible.
Yeah,
But Bruce Cassidy's number 1 team currently is the
according
Oilers.
according to Elliot Friedman,
Yeah, is the
is the
Oilers.
Edmonton Oilers.
And because Knoblauch has gotten fired, I'm more than happy for him to come to the Oilers.
And here's a theory I've been hearing. I don't think the Oilers management were set on firing Knoblauch.
I see.
They were gonna see if they could get Bruce Cassidy in, and if they couldn't, then they would keep Knoblauch. But if they
Mhm.
could, they would fire him.
So does
But
that
because
mean
the news got leaked that they were trying to get in
rid of?
contact
Yeah.
with Cassidy, they
Mhm.
had to fire Knoblauch because it's like it's kind of awkward.
No,
It's
I
kind of
feel like
like
it's very
I I'm looking for your replacement, but you're coaching right now.
yeah. No. Knoblauch's built a little bit of a reputation for himself around the
Mhm.
league. Going to back-to-back finals. and then but getting bounced in the first round is obviously not a good thing. But
He's a
like
very good coach.
he is, so I wonder if he's able to make that adjustment. And honestly, I wish him the best. I think he's a very good coach.
Do you think it's crazy? Okay, say in a crazy world that neither the Oilers or Leafs land Cassidy. Do you think it's crazy to say that Knoblauch goes to Toronto and Berube comes here?
I
I
think it would,
don't like Berube as
I
much for our system.
I don't like it either. But like I think it would be an interesting situation. But if I'm being completely honest, I don't think that would happen.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we'd find a different coach. I don't know who, but it's not gonna be Knoblauch or Berube.
Okay.
Yeah.
On other news, Matthew Schaefer,
He's
our
the
first winner for our major awards.
I mean, we
Eric,
didn't.
again, you took another L and you're wrong.
I mean, we all expected it. Scoring the amount of points that he did as a defenseman,
And
leading his team to where he
just the
is.
impact he had on the
Yeah,
Islanders.
he fully reignited that organization as a whole.
100%. Unanimous MVP. It's only been done a few other times.
Schaefer, congratulations.
To name the last one, Victor Wembanyama in the
Okay.
NBA. That was the last unanimous MVP. Or sorry, not MVP. Unanimous
Calder.
Rookie of the Year. Yeah. Yeah. Just a Matthew Schaefer.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely deserves it.
Full
Give him his
deserved, yeah.
flowers. But yeah, I can't believe I can't wait to see what he does in the rest of the.
Yeah, and I can't wait to see what happens when the Islanders get a little bit of help. You know,
for sure,
they're gonna be a scary franchise.
they are. Another hot topic in the league right now. Vegas had to forfeit their second round pick.
Yeah, so after the Golden Knights beat the Ducks in Game 6, Tortorella refused to talk to the media.
Yeah.
And for this behavior, he got fined $100,000, and Vegas lost their second round pick.
It's definitely a
So,
big loss.
yeah, definitely a big loss. I think a little harsh,
Yeah,
in
no,
my
for sure.
opinion, but I think the league, in doing this, is kind of setting the tone.
Like setting a standard.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For what they kind of want from their teams and from their organizations, and the fact that nobody is safe, if that makes sense.
No, I feel like that completely makes sense.
It's just like everybody's got to participate in their assigned duties, and everybody's got to do the things that they got to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to me, kind of fire that the league did that.
Yeah.
Especially because
It's Vegas.
yeah, especially because it's
Yeah.
Vegas. Percent.
Yeah.
But it's definitely interesting.
Mhm.
It's definitely interesting. So we're gonna head into a little guess the player.
Mhm.
We got two players. Jen, do you want to hit me first? And I'll guess
I
first.
absolutely can.
It's a playoff edition guess the player, so play along with us if you got the knowledge. If you don't, then you can just listen along. But you should hit me with the first player.
Okay. This player was drafted in 2010.
Wow.
They were drafted to the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Okay. Currently play for?
Currently play for the Buffalo Sabres.
Okay.
They're the 5th round pick. Sorry. 5th round. 44th pick.
Okay, that doesn't really help.
Yeah. Last year they played 60 games, 4 goals, 6 assists, 10 points.
Okay. I know this might be far out of left field,
Mhm.
but I don't really have another thought. I'm gonna go Sammy Carrick.
For sure?
Yeah.
That is correct.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was an absolute snipe. I'm not even gonna lie. I had no idea where I was going.
I didn't want to give it too hard. For those of you who don't know, Sam Carrick played for the New York Rangers, and before that, he played for the Edmonton
He did
Oilers
for
So-
a half season.
Yeah,
Not even a half season,
so
a quarter season.
we do know who he is, and I didn't know. I didn't want to give you a little bit of a free one.
That
there.
was a little bit of an easier one.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna hit you with my player. He was signed
Oh my god,
to San Jose in 2019.
19.
He plays for the
Wow.
Anaheim Ducks, and his 2024-25 stats were 5 games played, 0 assists, 0 goals.
No. Somebody cooked me. 0 goals, 0 assists, no points, 5 games played.
So what are you thinking, Ishan?
I mean, Anaheim Ducks, that could be literally anyone.
Could be literally anyone.
19.
He was signed in 2019, yes.
And he currently plays for the
He
Ducks.
currently plays for the Ducks. Yeah.
And his last season stats were also on the Ducks. Possibly.
Yeah. But he only played 5 games and he had 0 points.
So he's definitely a younger-ish guy. You look at guys like Mason McTavish. Everyone on that team is young
Yeah,
except for older guys.
It's true.
It's definitely a difficult.
It's a difficult one. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a very difficult one. Last season's.
I feel like last time out, I was too nice to you.
Yeah, and there's obviously players like Ian Moore who are rookies this year, Bennett Seneke, who are rookies this year, who wouldn't have played 5 games last year. So that's what I originally think of, and I would love to go for that, but it's not going to be them. I look at like Leo Carlson, Cutter Gauthier, and that's not either.
Yeah.
Who you're thinking of? No. I will ask you one question: is it a defenseman or a forward?
I believe he is a forward.
You believe.
I believe.
That makes my life so much harder. Okay, well we can eliminate like players like Zellweger, Jackson Lacombe, all those younger guys.
Defenseman.
I have no idea who it is.
Okay. Give me a guess then.
I feel like, there's been talks about 2019.
2019.
There's no way Seneke was even in the league in 2019. As much as I want to guess him. And I feel like it would be crazy to guess Mason McTavish. Because you said he was unsigned.
He was unsigned. He was signed to San Jose in 2019.
And I know it's not Cutter because Cutter was drafted from Philly.
Yeah. You got to give me a guess now, buddy. It's getting a little long here.
I'm going Mason McTavish.
It is not Mason McTavish.
Is it Carlson?
It was Jeff VL.
In 2019?
Yeah.
This guy's so old. No way. So you completely. I give you a nice one. I give you a past Oilers player, and you give me Jeff VL.
I mean, we
in 2019
we talked about him this episode.
He looks like an alien that's 40. I'm sorry, Jeff VL, but buddy, like you look like you're 50 years old playing in the league.
He finished his he finished his junior year, his junior campaign in 2019.
So how old is he now? Do you know?
Jeff VL is currently, do you want to take a guess?
45. No. Okay, let's be honest. 36.
29.
I'm sorry. You aged poorly. You aged so you know how like fine wine ages nicely? You're the exact opposite of that, buddy. Like honestly, like I'm sorry to diss you like this, but like holy, like there's like 29 it's not doing you justice.
Yeah. So I mean, it is what it is, but
yeah. All right, fair.
Hit me with your next player.
I don't think I went that hard on you, but okay. This player was drafted in 2007 by the St. Louis Blues.
Okay.
He was a first rounder, 18th pick. Last year he
What
played
year?
2007.
Okay.
He played 82 games, 1 goal, 16 assists for a total of 17 points. He plays on the Utah Mammoth.
Can you tell me his season stats again?
1 goal, 16 assists.
He's a defenseman.
Is he?
Yes, he's a defenseman. So I'm thinking right now, Mackenzie Weegar. I feel like
Would Mackenzie Weegar only have 1 goal?
I don't know. That's the problem. I'm also thinking Nate Schmidt.
Oh, Nate Schmidt. You don't think he was drafted by Florida?
I'm also thinking Sergachev.
McHale.
But
one of my favorites. You don't think he'd have more points?
He could have been drafted by Tampa.
I feel like that'd make the most sense.
That's the only thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, because you took so long in the last one, I'm gonna hit you with a really quick response.
Yeah.
It's not Sean Durzi either, because Sean Durzi's too young. I'm gonna go Ian Cole.
Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
That is correct. That is correct. Ian Cole.
Yes.
I mean, okay, I give you two. I give you two sleeper agents for the Edmonton
I feel like I
Oilers.
forgot. I forgot about Ian Cole for a second there.
Yeah,
I
mean,
totally forgot about him.
it's a fair pull. It's a fair pull.
Yeah, I mean,
there's no point in me doing the next one, but you can go ahead and give it to me.
okay.
It's fine.
This-
I'm okay to get cooked for this one.
This next guy, he was drafted to the Hurricanes.
Carolina.
Round 3, pick 69 in 2020. His 2024 stats were 4 games played, 0 goals, and 1 assist.
4 games played? 0. Okay, what team does he play for now?
He currently plays for the Carolina Hurricanes.
So he's drafted. So Jackson Blake. No. Last year?
He was drafted in 2020.
Yeah, buddy. Holy, like the difference. Okay, I'm sorry, but please in the comments, in whatever you can state your opinion in this. Please talk about the disparity and difficulty between both of these. We look at players like Jackson Blake, Svechnikov. I don't know what year Svechnikov was drafted. I don't think it was 20. 6 years ago makes kind of sense for Svechnikov.
It does, right?
But last year he did not have 0 points, and he did not play how many games?
4.
Yeah, there's no way. That's insane. You gave me a 4-game one and a 5-game one. That's like absurd.
I had to make it hard for you.
I
am proud of myself for the Ian Cole pool because I was not thinking of him originally.
I'm glad you are. Yeah. Is it a forward or defenseman? I'm guessing it's a defenseman.
It might be a forward.
So, okay, you gave me Jeff VL. Can you please give me the position?
Okay, it's a forward.
That makes it so much worse. And he plays in Carolina currently. Forward.
Or a defenseman.
No, it's a forward.
Or a defenseman.
You said it was a forward.
Or a defenseman.
I trust at least that it's a... Is it a forward or defenseman? Give it to me straight.
It's a forward or defenseman.
Okay. Is it our least impactful player, Mike Riley? Who knows?
You tell me. You give me a guess. You have 10 seconds.
Sorry, could you give me the year again? 2020? And he was drafted to the Hurricanes? Last year's season stats were 5 games played.
4 games played, 0 goals, 1 assist.
It's probably gonna be someone that I don't know too much about. And this is 5 games played on the Carolina Hurricanes?
It was.
Was it his 5 games played in total?
4 games played in total.
4 games played in total.
Also, those 4 games were played in the playoffs. He didn't play a single regular season game with them.
So he played all 4 games in the playoffs. You told me forward, and there's no one else that comes to mind. Nishishkin.
It is Alexander.
No way.
Newhook.
No way.
Okay,
No,
first of all,
you told me forward. You told me
defense.
You told me forward. That's insane. That's
I said
insane.
forward or defenseman.
No. That is unforgivable. That is No, honestly, I think I deserve the win there. Like you told me forward. You told me straight up forward.
I said forward or defenseman.
No. There was a very big gap between defensemen. No. I think honestly that's a tie. That's a tie if anything.
That's a fire pull.
That's insane. I did not honestly. There was no thought into my mind.
Our honorable mention this week was Alexander Newhook. 5 goals, 1 assist in 4 games played.
This guy's been absolutely electric.
He has been. I think he'll be great in Game 7 again.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Ishan will love his greasy goals he scores.
I'm gonna love every single goal that Buffalo scores.
No,
because they're absolutely electric.
Montreal's winning. Ishan, give us our player of the week.
Our player of the week, the guy that single-handedly. No, actually, no, not single-handedly. He had the help of Mitch Marner. But a guy that was a very impactful player, scored the game-winning goal for Vegas in that Game 6. Pavel Dorofeyev, 5 goals, 1 assist in 4 games played. He's been absolutely amazing for that team, and I'm sure he'll continue to be in the Western Conference Final.
Guys, we'll see you next week. We hope you enjoy Game 7 and the start of the Vegas Avalanche series, and then all the NBA has to offer, because OKC, Shea is looking to go back-to-back. Who knows if he will?
We'll see you guys when Buffalo wins Game 7.
Absolutely not. We will see you guys next week. Have a good one.